If you drive in the UK, what you are about to hear in the next few minutes could save you from a fine that could drain hundreds of pounds from your pocket. Thousands of British drivers are already being caught out by these changes, and most of them had absolutely no idea the rules had even changed. So before you park on that pavement outside your house, outside the shops, or anywhere else you have been parking for years, you need to hear every single word of this, because the law is now coming down hard on pavement parking across the United Kingdom, and the penalties are no joke. Stay with me until the end, because I am going to break down all 4 of the biggest new changes you need to know about, explain exactly where they apply, how much you could be fined, and what your rights actually are as a driver in this country. This is information every UK driver needs right now. Let us start by talking about why this is happening in the first place, because understanding the reason behind these new laws will help you understand just how serious the authorities are about enforcing them. For decades, pavement parking has been one of those gray areas in UK motoring law. Drivers have done it freely, councils have largely ignored it, and pedestrians have had to deal with the consequences. But those consequences have been adding up for a very long time. Disability groups, particularly those representing wheelchair users, people with visual impairments, and parents with pushchairs, have been campaigning for years to get something done. And now, finally, the government has listened, and local councils across England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland are being given new powers, and in some areas are already using them. This is not a future proposal. This is not something being debated in Parliament. In many parts of the UK, enforcement is already happening, fines are already being issued, and drivers are already paying the price for not knowing. So let us get into the 4 key things you absolutely need to know. The first major change is the rollout of local council enforcement powers in areas outside London. For a long time, London was the only place in England where local authorities had the power to fine drivers for pavement parking. Outside of London, the only enforcement came from the police, and frankly, the police had bigger things to worry about than someone parking half on the curb. That created an enormous loophole that millions of drivers took full advantage of. That loophole is now closing. The government has been granting councils across England the power to issue penalty charge notices for pavement parking, and councils are taking this seriously because fines are a source of income and because residents have been complaining loudly. What this means for you practically is that even if you have been parking the same way on the same street for 10 years without ever getting a ticket, you could go out tomorrow morning and find a penalty notice stuck to your windscreen. The fine levels being applied in most areas sit at £80, reduced to £40 if you pay within 14 days. But in some higher enforcement zones, particularly in busier towns and city centers, fines of £100 are being issued, and if you ignore the fine or appeal unsuccessfully, the amount can double. We are talking about potentially £200 for leaving your car wheels on the pavement. The second major change involves what exactly counts as illegal pavement parking, because there has been a lot of confusion about this and many drivers genuinely do not know where the line is. The new guidance being applied by councils is stricter than what many drivers assume. It is not just about parking fully on the pavement. Parking with even 2 wheels on the pavement can now be enough to trigger a fine in areas where enforcement is active. The key test being applied is whether a pedestrian, particularly someone in a wheelchair or pushing a pram, would have adequate space to pass safely on the pavement. If your vehicle reduces that available space below a certain threshold, you are potentially committing an offense. In practice, this means that the classic British habit of parking with 2 wheels on the curb to leave room for traffic on a narrow road is no longer acceptable as a defense. Councils are specifically targeting streets where this behavior has been causing obstruction, and they are sending out enforcement officers with cameras and measuring equipment to document violations. There's also a specific focus on footpaths that are already narrow. In many older residential areas across the UK, pavements are not wide enough for a wheelchair or pram to pass even without a car on them. When a driver parks partially on these pavements, it creates a complete blockage. Councils are treating these cases as priority enforcement situations, and fines in these scenarios are being issued with very little tolerance. The third change is about the expansion of double yellow line rules and their relationship to pavement parking. This is one that catches a lot of drivers off guard because they think double yellow lines only apply to the road surface itself. Under the rules being enforced across many council areas now, the restrictions indicated by double yellow lines extend to the pavement and the verge adjacent to the road. This means that if there are double yellow lines on the road outside a location, you cannot park on the pavement right next to those lines either, even if your vehicle is entirely off the road surface. This has caught out a significant number of drivers who thought they were being clever by getting their vehicle fully onto the pavement to avoid the yellow line restriction on the road. That is not a loophole anymore. Enforcement officers are aware of this tactic, and councils have updated their guidance to make absolutely clear that pavement parking adjacent to double yellows is a violation. There is a similar rule being applied near junctions. Parking on the pavement within 10 meters of a junction was already problematic from a safety standpoint, and has always been something police could act on. But now local enforcement officers also have the authority to issue fines for this behavior. If you regularly park near a corner, even if it is on the pavement and not on the road, you are now at risk of being fined. The fourth change is the most significant shift in terms of long-term impact, and it relates to the introduction of blanket bans in specific local authority areas. Rather than just giving councils the power to enforce on a case-by-case basis, some local authorities in England have moved to introduce what are effectively blanket prohibitions on pavement parking across entire areas or entire types of street. Scotland has actually moved furthest on this issue. Scotland introduced a nationwide default ban on pavement parking that came into force in 2023, making it illegal to park on pavements across the whole of Scotland unless there are specific signs indicating that it is permitted in a particular spot. This is a complete reversal of how things used to work. Instead of signs telling you where you cannot park on the pavement, you now need signs telling you where you can. That is a fundamental change in approach. Wales is moving in a similar direction, with Welsh government consultations already completed and implementation steps being put in place. English councils are watching what is happening in Scotland and Wales closely, and many are pushing the national government to introduce a similar default ban for England. In the meantime, individual councils in England are creating their own local prohibition zones, and the list of those areas is growing month by month. What this means for drivers is that the patchwork of local rules is becoming increasingly complex. Something that was perfectly legal in your town 6 months ago may now be prohibited. A street where pavement parking was tolerated for years may now fall within a newly designated enforcement zone. The safest approach for any UK driver at this point is to assume that pavement parking is either illegal or at serious risk of becoming so in your area, and to act accordingly. Now let us talk about some practical advice for dealing with all of this, because knowing the rules is one thing, but navigating real-life parking situations is another matter entirely. The first thing you should do is check your local council website. Most councils that are actively enforcing pavement parking rules have published information about their enforcement policies, the areas they are targeting, and the rules that apply. Some councils have interactive maps showing designated enforcement zones. This takes 10 minutes and could save you a very expensive fine. The second thing is to pay attention to signage when you are parking. New signage is being rolled out in areas where pavement parking is being prohibited, and in some cases where it is being explicitly permitted. If you see a sign with a vehicle and a pavement symbol, take a moment to read it properly. These signs are legally binding, and ignorance of them is not a valid defense when appealing a fine. If you do receive a penalty charge notice for pavement parking, you have the right to appeal. You must do this within 28 days of the notice being issued. Grounds for a successful appeal include things like signage being unclear or absent, the enforcement officer making an error in recording vehicle details, or genuine evidence that your vehicle was not causing an obstruction. However, simply arguing that you did not know the rules have changed is unlikely to succeed as an appeal ground, which is exactly why knowing this information now is so important. One thing that many drivers do not realize is that repeat offenses in the same area can lead to consequences beyond just fines. In some council areas, patterns of repeated pavement parking violations by the same vehicle are being flagged for escalated enforcement, which can include vehicle removal. Having your car towed and paying both a fine and a release fee is an extremely expensive and stressful experience that is entirely avoidable. Let us also address some of the myths that are circulating about these new rules, because there is a lot of misinformation online and on social media. Some drivers believe that if they leave enough space for a single person to walk past, they are in the clear. That is not necessarily true. The standard being applied is not just whether an average adult can squeeze past, but whether someone in a wheelchair or pushing a double pram can pass comfortably and safely. That is a significantly wider requirement. Others believe that parking on the pavement is only an issue in cities and towns, and that rural areas are exempt. This is also not correct. While enforcement resources are naturally concentrated in urban areas, the rules apply in rural settings too, particularly on village streets and roads with pavements. If a rural council decides to issue a fine for pavement parking, they have the legal authority to do so. Some drivers also believe that if the road is so narrow that parking any other way would block traffic entirely, they have a justifiable excuse. While this is a factor that can be raised in an appeal, it is not an automatic exemption, and the burden is on the driver to prove that there was genuinely no alternative. Simply assuming that a narrow road gives you permission to park on the pavement is a gamble that is increasingly likely to cost you money. The bigger picture here is that UK roads and the way we use them are changing. The shift toward giving pedestrians, cyclists, and vulnerable road users greater priority is not going away. If anything, it is accelerating. The pavement parking crackdown is part of a wider cultural and legal shift in how the government and local authorities view public space. Pavements are for people. That is the message being sent loud and clear, and the fines being issued are the mechanism being used to enforce it. As a UK driver, the best thing you can do right now is stay informed, check the rules in your local area, and adjust your parking habits before rather than after you receive a fine. These changes are real, they are being enforced, and they are not going away. If you found this information valuable and eye-opening, please share this with every driver you know. A lot of people are going to get caught out by these changes simply because nobody told them, and you could save someone a significant amount of money just by passing this on. Knowledge is the best protection you have against unexpected fines, and right now, a lot of UK drivers are operating without it. Do not wait until you find a fine on your windscreen to start taking this seriously. The rules have changed, enforcement is happening, and the only thing standing between you and an 80 or 100-pound penalty charge is knowing what is legal and what is not. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. If you want to stay on top of every important update, new law, and fine warning that affects UK drivers, make sure you subscribe to UK Fines Alerts right now. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and never get caught off guard again. We cover everything you need to know to keep your money in your pocket and your driving record clean. Subscribe to UK Fines Alerts today and stay one step ahead of every fine coming your way.